Check ultimateguard.com and find premium quality products for your favorite trading card game. Check video description or visit Ultimate Guard for more. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCGcenter. In today's video, we're looking at deck for expanded format, and this is a Ampharos Raikou Eelektrik. So what is really special about this deck is definitely a shocking glide ability with the Ampharos, which can actually put 3 damage counters to your opponent EX Pokemon in play. Eelektrik with the Dynamo can accelerate energies from the disco pile to banished Pokemons, and the Raikou with the Shining Body can reduce damage for 20, and also Thunder Lance can go with 3 energies for 110 or 120, depending on how many Fighting Fury belts you will have attached to it. Actually, you can have only 1 attached to it, so sorry for that. So 15 Pokemon, 35 trainer cards, and 10 energies, 60 cards in total. So 2-1-2 line with the Ampharos, 3 Raikou as the main attacker, 2-2 line with the Eelektrik with the Dynamo, and 1 secret weapon, Eelektross with the Crash and Burn, who can actually hit for 30 times the energy you discarded from all of your Pokemons in play. So it's definitely surprise from nowhere to strike for tons of damage your opponent active Pokemon. A 1-1 line of the Octillery for a Beazle hand, so we can have cards, so we can drop cards. We have 5 in our hand. Really like the Octillery with a Beazle hand. It's a very nice substitute for those Shamings, and it's very cheap. Maybe $3 at this moment. Since that Keldeo requires a Battle Arena reprint. 2 copies of Battle Compressor, which can help us to discard 3 cards from deck. Especially good card at the beginning of the game because we can just easily discard Brigette, and with the VE Seeker we can actually get Brigette turn 1 setup for the Mareep, Flaaffy, for the Mareep, Tynamo, and Remoraid, so we can turn to have maybe even Ampharos, Octillery, and Eelektrik in play, which is just amazing. 2 copies of Level Ball for any 90 or less HP Pokemon, 2 copies of Rare Candy, so we can go from the Mareep into Ampharos, 1 copy of Sacred Ash to recycle 5 Pokemons into deck from the discard pile, single Startling Megaphone, 3 Trainers Mails, 4 Ultra Balls, and 4 VE Seekers, of course, as usual. From supporter card, 1 copy of Brigette, 1 copy of Brigette, so we can set up with it. It's a very good card, I really like it. 1 copy of Hex Maniac to help us a little bit against those Greninja break decks. It also can help us against those team-ups and stuff like that. Single Lysandre, of course, 2 copies of N because we have Battle Compressor, no need to more 2 N's in this build, I guess. It's an expanded format. Copy of Olympia because it makes a lot of sense. It can help us to heal maybe 6 damage counters per turn since we have Rough Seas, and also it can help us to retreat heavy retreat Pokemon like Ampharos, Eelektrik, or Eelektross without Float Stone. In addition to that, single Ranger, we know we can be strike with the Flash Race, so we can be in a problem, or a Crystal Race, so Ranger makes a lot of sense. If you want to have at least competitive deck, you need to have Ranger, 4 copies of Juniper, and 1 Teammates. In case we get knocked out, we can just pick any 2 cards with the Teammates from our deck, just like that. Single Rough Seas, so we can heal 30 damage from our Pokemons in play. 1 copy of XP Share, just because I don't have too much space, so I just decided to go with 1 copy of XP Share. Once I get knocked out with my active Pokemon, I can just put 1 energy to the Pokemon XP Share is attached. 1 copy of Fighting Fury Belt, so my Raikou can have 40 more HP. 1 Float Stone for the free retreat, and 10 lighting energies in total. So definitely very, very interesting deck to play with it. I really like it. So I highly recommend you to try this deck in expanded format. It's a lot of fun playing with it. So I will play 2 games, so you guys will definitely enjoy watching them. I hope so. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you already didn't, if you enjoy watching this video. So see you in the game. Alright guys, let's do this. So Mareep, my starting one. I have okay, this is going to be very interesting match. Raichu break and Luxray break. I kind of like this matchup, to be honest. So a lot of stage evolution decks. Let's see who tweaked his deck better. So it's definitely going to be an interesting battle here to watch. I can say that. So Shinx Raikou versus Mareep. Oh yeah, Mareep. So at least I have Brigette, so I can set up on my turn 1. I do have 2 Ultra Balls and Professor Sycamore, and also Lighting Energy in my hand. Max Elixir, no energy, 1 Level Ball, 1 Double Course Energy, 1 Pikachu on the bench, and my turn, which means that I will play instantly my Brigette. And guess what? And again, my Tynamo second is prized. Okay. One energy down to my Raikou, one Battle Compressor for a couple lighting energies. What do we don't need anymore in this matchup? I guess I don't need my Mareep. I'm thinking somehow discarding it, or maybe just keep it for a little bit. Let's just go with those energy discardment. Not so many of them. I don't need Hex Maniac. I can discard Hex Maniac. I can play, however, one more Ultra Ball. But just looking forward to play that Ultra Ball turn 2 for the Eelektrik, so I can get that Dynamo on my Raikou. Okay, so Yveltal for Raichu. Alright, so one more energy and a Thunder Fang for 50. Unfortunately, it's not enough for the knockout, but he managed to paralyze my Mareep here. Okay, so I just got Level Ball as a top deck. After that, N for Eelektrik, of course. I mean, I could get myself Flaaffy so I can get rid of the paralyzed condition here, but somehow I'm not looking forward to do that yet. Okay, let's see. What can I do more here? I can play Ultra Ball for Juniper and Eelektross. So maybe I can even get that Flaaffy, but do I have Float Stone? Yes, I do have, so I can maybe even retreat. Why not? Let's do this. Why not? Maybe I can hit the Float Stone and surprise my opponent from nowhere. I mean, I still have a lot of cards to draw. I mean, 4 with the Beazle hand, 7 with the Juniper. It's 11 cards in total, so... Well, there is a Battle Compressor, and somehow I'm thinking about discarding more Lighting Energies. Definitely one Ampharos. One Pokémon Ranger. Even one Teammates. Teammates makes a lot of sense. Juniper for 7. So hoping for the best. And the best is Float Stone. Not gonna happen, but at least there's Mareep. Okay, so I'm done for this turn. Unfortunately, was not able to knock out my opponent or even retreat my Flaaffy. But at least I can have the teammates for next turn. So, at least it's something. Well, there's already Luxray for my opponent. He can bite, he can snarl. But snarl does not make any sense. During your opponent next turn, any damage done by attacks from defending Pokemon is just reduced by 20. I mean, no, it's just way too bad. There's one Skyla. Let's see what he can grab with the Skyla here. Maybe V-Seeker, maybe Juniper. Okay, so he goes for the Juniper here. 3 Yveltal played already. There's one Lighting Energy on the Raikou and one Bite. So he just bites me here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be short for now for 10 damage counters to knock out his Luxray, but luckily I discarded my secret weapon here, which is a Teammate. So right now with the Teammates, I can get myself the card I'm looking for, which is a Fighting Fury Belt. And that Fighting Fury Belt, I hope it's here. Yes, it is. So with the Fighting Fury Belt, I can have enough to knock out with a single shot his Luxray. More than that, I can also get myself that XP share, and I can set up another Mareep on the bench. Why not? Why not go with another Mareep? Beazle hand. Okay, Dynamo. One more Lighting Energy down to my Raikou. What else? What else? What else? Nothing. Thunderlance. Thunderlance for 140. Luxray is unfortunately knocked out. I can get myself first prize here, which is going to be a Rare Candy. Alright, so Right now he just does not have attacker in play, which means that I can basically, you know, go for the one-hit knockout against his Raichu, so definitely I'm in a much stronger position right now than my opponent really is. He just decided to attach one energy on the Raichu here. Megaman Electric discarded. Okay, this makes a lot of sense with the Megaman Electric for this build. So, Megaman Electric featuring Raichu Break and Luxray Break. Okay, I should definitely try something like this. It's definitely an original idea, I should say that. So, Max Elixir, one Lightning Energy, and he retreated down to his Raikou. Again, I can go for 140, so I can strike for the one-hit knockout. More than that, I'm looking for the Ultra Ball, but I'm not going to find my Ultra Ball. So, at least I can get myself one N. And for 5, okay, there's Ultra Ball. So I'm thinking about, you know, discarding with my Ultra Ball, Lightning Energy, and Startling Megaphone. So basically I can power up my Pokemon with a Dynamo Water, and more than that, I can get myself Flaaffy in play. If I get Rare Candy, I can even have Ampharos in play. So this is going to be one interesting evolution line. Well, one Lightning Energy definitely goes to the Flaaffy. One Abyssal Hand for 3. So will there be a Rare Candy? Nope, it's not going to be Rare Candy, but it's going to be Thunderlance for another knockout. 120. Exactly enough damage counters that I need to one-hit knock out my opponent Raikou. And there's another Tynamo for me. Alright, so Raichu Break for my opponent. Of course, he needs to power up his Megaman Electric somehow so he can do more problems to me. Well, there's a Fan Club. Let's see what he can grab with the Fan Club here. One Pokemon Fan Club for Shaman and one Tynamo. So he even have that Tynamo in this deck? Okay, this is a Flash Energy and setup for 4. I hope he can get that Megaman Electric in play, so this game can actually be more interesting to watch. More than that, once I manage to bring my... Right now he can go for 120 with his Assault Laser, but I'm not going to be knocked out, thankfully, because I had a Shining Body and I can reduce the damage for 20. More than that, I need to knock out his Megaman Electric here. His Manectric here. How should I do that? Well, easily. Easily, as you can see, all I really need is just one Ampharos, and that's it. More than that, there's a Rare Candy. Will there be Ampharos number 2? So I can put somehow even 3 more damage counters on his another Manectric on the bench. Well, no, but there's a Trainer's Mail, maybe for Ultra Ball. Or maybe just for the Juniper. Okay, never mind. Still I can strike for 140. Which is going to be exactly enough for the knockout against his Manectric. And 2 more prize cards for me, which means that I will have like 2 more prize to take, and he actually decides to concede, so the game is over, and the win is here. So, very good matchup, definitely. I really like this deck so much. Alright, would you like to go first? Well, definitely. Why not? We can always go first. But this hand actually looks... yeah, just that. It looks so bad that actually I simply need to top deck something. Something like a Brigette will be nice. It definitely would be nice. Okay. I mean, I don't have energy. I don't have supporter card for draw. I don't have nothing. I feel bad. I definitely feel bad. But at least I can draw 2 cards, not a 1 but 2. And there's a decent chance that I might be able to hit something that I will need. Remoraid, Level Ball, Brigette, any kind of the Trainers Mail, Juniper, Sycamore will be good. So Ultra Ball number 2 and the Trainers Mail. Okay, so let's just discard a couple supporter cards here. You know, with that Ultra Ball, we can grab Remoraid. First thing we should take is a Remoraid, of course. Second thing is gonna be Trainers Mail. For the Brigette, oh my god, that was very nice. So Brigette for Mareep. You gotta be kidding me. Both Tynamos are prized. What the heck? Okay. Okay. Okay, this is not good, definitely. Oh no, it's not. One is actually in active position. Am I drunk? Nope. I'm not drunk, but I'm just a human being, so I can make mistakes. Ultra Ball. 4. These 2 cards. For Octillery, of course. Getting myself Octillery for a Abyssal Hand, getting myself Flaaffy in play, and Trainers Mail will mean that I can have perfect Abyssal Hand for 5. That's just good. That's definitely good. I need somehow move my Tynamo from the active spot, because he's probably going to be knocked out. To risk or not to risk? Let's risk with the Rare Candy in my hand and a Abyssal Hand for 4. Maybe there's going to be Ampharos, you know. Rare Candy and Ampharos, not that bad, but not going to happen, unfortunately. Trainer's Mail for Ultra Ball, so looks like it's going to happen actually at the end. So 1 Ultra Ball for Lighting Energy, and I can get myself Ampharos in place. So I can put 3 damage counters. It's a tactic. It's a 3 damage counters down to my opponent Yveltal EX, and more than that, next turn I can have a Abyssal Hand for 5. So 1 Shocking Light. There we go, a little shock, and retreat down to my Raikou. So I'm passing my turn. At the end, it looks pretty good. I managed to set up my Ampharos. I do have Octillery, I have Tynamo, I have Flaaffy for another Ampharos, but unfortunately another Ampharos will not bring me action because it's priced. But at least I can Shocking Light my opponent Yveltal EX for 3 damage counters per turn, until I actually manage to set up my Raikou for the 1-hit knockout. At least that's something. There's one more Ultra Ball on the other side, so Ultra Ball for the Eevasora, and there we go with the Zorua. So he really wants to get that Zoroark, so he can just Mind Jack. It makes a lot of sense. It definitely makes a lot of sense. Y-Cyclone for 90, so he definitely trying to prepare his Zoroark for the next turn. And for that Blitzcrank, I guess. Oh, he decided to put the energy on that Yveltal. Not bad for me, I guess. A Abyssal Hand for 5, so I'm looking for another Raikou and a couple energies, you know. Not bad. Well, there's just the 1 energy. It will go down to my Ampharos, unfortunately. From my hand, of course, and this Shocking Light will go 3 to Yveltal, more than that, Fighting Fury Belt, of course, to my Raikou, and Juniper for 7. Juniper for 7. There's Eelektrik. There is Battle Compressor. Let me see, what should I discard with my Battle Compressor? Definitely a couple supporter cards that I don't need. I don't need Rare Candy anymore, that's for sure. I can discard my teammates. More than that, I can just discard myself. Pretty much Battle Compressor. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. All those remaining cards actually are pretty much very important. So another energy down to my Ampharos, and more than that, passing my turn. More than that, passing my turn. So already 6 damage counters on his Yveltal without actually hitting him once. Right now he can go for 60, but I'm going to survive 1 more turn with my Raikou here, and I'm definitely happy. So another Eelektrik for me, but that's just, you know, not good at all. Do I want to play N? I guess I don't want to play N. I guess I don't want to play N, but what I want to play is probably Lysandre down to his Zoroark, maybe? Maybe even down to his Friday Night Yveltal. I really miss my Raikou here, that's for sure. So Somehow I'm thinking just about, you know, Dynamo for 1 energy down to my Ampharos, and basically, I don't know, 1 energy down to my Eelektrik. However, I can Lysandre his Zoroark and pass my turn. I can steal Abyssal Hand. I can waste my Level Ball just because I don't need it. And I can Abyssal Hand. Maybe I can even get here Raikou for the next turn. Okay, there is a Raikou, and I'm passing my turn. I mean, I help my opponent as much as I can because right now my J can go for 160, and it can one-hit knock on my Ampharos. Oh, just a Darkness Energy, okay. Okay, just a Darkness Energy, which means that I can simply attach energy down to my Raikou. I can go with discard as many energy attached, your Pokemon as you like. This does not make any sense. Dynamo for 1 more energy onto my Raikou. Did I play my XP share? Yes, I did, unfortunately. Another Abyssal Hand for another Raikou. Shocking Light will definitely shock my opponent down to the bench for 3 more damage counters, and I'm passing my turn. I'm passing my turn. His Yveltal is definitely in a very, very bad shape. 120 damage already on it without dealing any attack to it is just perfect. I wish I had another Ampharos because his Yveltal will be knocked out like a couple turns ago. And he actually decides to retreat. Wow, that was very, very big surprise here, to be honest. He decides to retreat, which means that I need V-Seeker for Lysandre. And speaking about V-Seeker for Lysandre, there we go. There's a Dynamo energy down to my Raikou. More than that, I can bring another Raikou in play. I can V-Seeker. I can use my Lysandre. And what I can do here is use my Shocking Light, put 3 damage counters on his Yveltal EX, and then just Lysandre his Zoroark, because Zoroark is actually the biggest threat. It can go for the one-hit knockout, but that's not going to happen because my Raikou with the Thunderlance will finish him for 110, and I will take 1 prize here, which is going to be hopefully another Ampharos, but it's a Juniper. Okay, never mind. Okay, so he can definitely strike for a lot of damage counters with the Evil Ball. There's one Malamar. He can even surprise me with the energy attached on that Hyper Hypnosis. Okay, so he managed to get heads on the coin flip with the Hypnotoxic Laser. What a nice top deck. 100 damage. I'm poisoned. I didn't wake up, which means that I can't attack, but what I can do here is just use my Shocking Light, knock out his Yveltal EX, grab 2 prize cards for myself. There we go. So I hope it's going to be another Ampharos, Lightning Energy, Professor Juniper. Nope, it's not going to be. So I can get myself here 1 energy attachment down to my Raikou. And basically I can end. So it's time to help my opponent a little bit with that end. But I was hoping for the V-Seeker so I can get myself Olympia and basically retreat and knock out his Yveltal, but it didn't happen, so I can Abyssal Hand for a couple more cards. Just a Startling Megaphone, nothing else. I'm knocked out. Okay. I'm knocked out. He can take 1 prize, which means that my Ampharos will go in the active position because right now Yveltal is here, and I'm not going to be able to use my Abyssal Hand. I'm not going to be able to retreat it by promote my Octillery in the front. So, at least I can put 3 damage counters with my Shocking Light down to the Malamar, and more than that, I can use my Gigavolt, you know, for the one-hit knockout against his Yveltal. More than that, I can also power up my Raikou with my Dynamo. However, I do have V-Seeker, so I'm going to be able to perform that Olympia in case he even managed to sleep my Ampharos. So, 1 Max Elixir. 1 energy from his hand, my Ampharos will fall down to a sleep, and there's a Skyla maybe for another, oh, for actually Hypnotoxic Laser. Well, Hypnotoxic Laser and Verbank City Gym makes a lot of sense because then he can just retreat, hit 2 heads on the coin flip and knock me out. that would be just perfect move for my opponent, but there's a V-Seeker for another Skyla, and probably he's going to play Professor's Leather for 2 more Darkness energies, and I guess he can just pass his turn right now. I guess this is gonna be it. More than that, I'm somehow thinking about somehow I'm just thinking about, you know, Dynamotor down to my Raikou, 1 more energy from my hand to my Raikou, Shocking Glide for 3, and then of course V-Seeker, so I can get myself from the trouble. V-Seeker for Olympia, so I can heal the damage, I can retreat down to my Raikou, hit for the 1-hit knockout, and next turn just finish his Melamar hitting for the 1-hit knockout with my Raikou, because of course he will take 3 more damage counters and my Raikou can go for 110, and that's pretty much enough for the knockout. And again, no Tynamo, no Ampharos, both are actually on the bottom price, which I didn't consider to take, and there's another dangerous energy, so let's see if he can hit 3 heads here to knock me out. Even if he can do that, again, I can knock him out with my Ampharos, because I can go for 120, or even better, I can just get myself Eelektross in play, and discard all energies from my Eelektross for the 1-hit knockout. Unfortunately, just the 1 hands on the coin flip, and I didn't wake up. So let's just attach 1 energy here. Let's go with the 1 V-Seeker, you know, Level Ball for fail to search, because we can do that. I'm looking for Eelektross. Can I get one? Can I get one? We shall see. Olympia. Down to my Octillery. And a Bezel hand for 3. So let me get that Eelektross for the big finish here. It's not gonna happen. So just a Shocking Glide, you know, for 3 damage counters. And all I need to do is simply retreat and strike with my Raikou for 110. So I can basically knock out his Melamar and take my last 2 prize cards. And that's it, guys. That's a victory. So it's a GG. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was definitely 30 minutes of pure satisfaction playing this deck. I should definitely say that, because I really like those cheap budget builds, and I always like to beat EX decks with non-EX decks, because I'm always dropping 2 prize cards in exchange for 1, and sometimes even if you have a too much weaker deck than your opponent, you can win just because of those price counts. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. As usual, if you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook, Gmail, or on a Twitter, so make sure to check my video description for that. So once again, have a nice day and see you next time. So goodbye.